evacuate, and all are on the road right now. Let's check in with KTVU's Elissa Harrington. She joins us in Healdsburg. Last time we checked, she was at the Soda Rock Winery. What can you see now that you finally got some daylight out there, Elissa?
Yeah, good morning. We are at the Soda Rock Winery in Healdsburg, which has been here for 150 years, destroyed by the Kincade fire. Behind me, you can see those flames, and look at that. There's a chair, or really just the frame of the chair, in the middle of that burning debris. You can see part of a structure that collapsed. This was the front of the building. Actually, if we walk this way, I can show you the front of the building, which is still standing, just that front wall. So you can still see the sign that does say Soda Rock. This is the recognizable part of the building, you know, when people drive by, and what's really been here for so long is this rock wall. That's really all that is still standing. Everything else is either on fire or burned early this morning. Now, when we arrived, the fire was going pretty strong, and I can tell you that there are gusty winds out here this morning, but I want to show you some video from a little bit earlier when this fire here was really raging. Now, again, we are right along Highway 128 in Healdsburg. And the fire has been burning throughout the night in this area. Healdsburg completely evacuated yesterday. Everybody told to get out of town because of the danger of this fire. We did see one man who drove down the street. He did not evacuate. He told us he lost his home. We don't know where he went off to, but we did see him speaking with a firefighter. He, of course, was distraught. Now, I want to show you a little bit more video that we got earlier this morning. You can see just an orange glow over a hillside. Again, this is from a vantage point in Healdsburg. Some very large flames, that fire really going. Now, I can tell you that there are firefighters all over the place. Our drive up here, once we got off of Highway 101 in the Santa Rosa area, we started taking some of the, side roads. We went up Chalk Hill Road, where there are firefighters staged up and down that hill. Some structures burning, others not. It really just sometimes depends where the fire ends up, where these embers end up. So your neighbor's house might still be standing, but somebody else is completely burned down. And that's actually what's happening here at the winery. The winery destroyed, but if you come back to us, you can see this house right next door and this small vineyard still standing. So it's one side of the street's okay, the other on fire. We're also surrounded by spot fires. If we push the camera this way, you can see smoke really surrounding us, little spot fires up in the hills. So firefighters really concerned about this wind, really concerned about those embers continuing to spread and starting fires elsewhere. Reporting live in Healdsburg, Elissa Harrington, KTVU, Fox 2 News.
All right, you talked about being able to smell the smoke early on. How is it right now? We checked in with Sarah a little earlier. It looked like it was really whipping in and around her.
The smoke started getting really strong in the Santa Rosa area. That's when we were in our car and we could actually smell it in the car, even though our windows were rolled up. Here in the Healdsburg area, there's certainly a lot of smoke, but because there is a lot of wind, I think it's kind of pushing the smoke away from where we are. So it's actually easier for me to breathe here than it was, maybe just a little bit down the road. So it really depends on those winds, but certainly a lot of smoke throughout this entire region.
And Elissa, driving up 101, when did you start to see all the traffic heading southbound? Because Santa Rosa started evacuating late last night and early this morning. What was that like, and what was your trip up like?
We really started seeing a lot of people in the Petaluma area, I would say. That's where suddenly the traffic was crawling. And this was very early in the morning. This was before 5 a.m. when we saw traffic absolutely crawling, people heading away.